I. P.Y. Lalita Chaitanya, lecturer in commerce, Garment City College. Today's topic is characteristics and functions of a business. Let us move on to what do you mean by a business. We'll have a look on that. Business involves production and exchange of goods and services to earn profit, or in broader sense, to earn living. But profit is not only the objective of a business operations, it may have other objectives like promotion of welfare of the workers and the general public. Business activities include production and distribution of goods and services which can satisfy human wants. It embraces industry, trade and other activities like banking, transport, insurance and warehousing, which facilitates production and distribution of goods and services. Here, business is an institution organized and operated to provide goods and services to the society under the incentive of private gain is known as business. Business is a form of activity pursued primarily with the object of earning profit for the benefit of those on whose behalf the activity is concerned is known as a business. Business is an organized effort by individuals to produce goods and services, to sell these goods and services in marketplace and to reap some reward for this effort is known as business, given by Davis K. So, as we all of them know that business includes production and also exchange of goods and services. The main motto of every business is to earn a profit. So, the objective of a business is to profit. So, here business is an institution organized and operated to provide goods and services to the society under the incentive of private gain is known as a business. So, all these are the definitions of a business. Now, move on to what are the different characteristics of a business. Here, the broad characteristics of business are as under. The first point is transfer of ownership. Transfer of ownership is nothing but exchange is the essence of any business activity. Business facilitates transfer of ownership of goods from producers to consumers for money and money's worth. Business houses provide satisfaction to consumers through the provision of form utility, place utility, time utility and position utility under the incentive of private profit is known as transfer of ownership. Here it includes business facilitates the transfer of ownership of goods from producer to consumers is known as transfer. From one person to the another person, the product is moving here. So, whenever the goods were purchased by the consumer, so immediately the transfer of ownership of goods from producer to the consumer will transfer. That is known as a transfer of ownership. The ownership will transfer through in what way? Form utility, place utility, time utility and position utility under the incentive of private profit is known as transfer of ownership. Let us move on to the next point, profit motive. Here profit is an essential for the very survival of business units. Without a profit, there is no business. So here the varieties of goals of business units such as survival, growth, expansion, social welfare, welfare of workers, etc. cannot be achieved unless the unit is economically viable. A loss-making unit is least capable of fetching any asset to the society and thereon. Would be closed down by the society itself is known as profit motive. So, if any business wants to survive, the profit is a very important essential element for the business units. So, the varieties of goals of business units such as survival, growth, expansion, social welfare, everything will be possible only when the business gets a profit. So, that's why the profit motive is one of the very important essential characteristic of a business. Now, let us move on to the next point, that is the continuous and recurring. Here, the activities of a business enterprise are recurring in nature. One or two transactions do not constitute a business. A seller must have adequate stock. A seller must have an adequate stock of goods and services or capacity to serve society as per demand. For example, just we'll have a look on one example to make you clear. If a person sells his old motor car and earns some profit thereon, if a person sells his old motor car and earns some profit thereon, so it does not constitute a business, because it is not frequently, continuously he is not selling. He is having a old car, he sold that car and he got some profit for that. So that will not be called as a business. Business will be always in a continuous in nature, then only will be calling as a business. So that's why for a business, one of the most important characteristic of a business is a continuous and recurring in nature. So always the business should be in a continuous form. It should not be stopped, one day running, another day closing, is not called as a business. And move on to the next point, that is scope of activities. Here, so scope of activities means business includes trade and aids to trade. Business includes trade and aids to trade. Trade is that branch of commerce which is concerned with the exchange of goods and services, while aids to trade are service-oriented industries which directly or indirectly help for the smooth conduct of business operations. So here business includes trade and aids to trade. Trade is that branch of commerce which is concerned with exchange of goods and services, while aids to trade are service oriented business which directly or indirectly help in the smooth conduct of the business activity. Both trade will be helpful for the business and aids to trade also very much helpful for the business, directly or indirectly. We will call as a scope of activities. For example, transportation, warehousing, insurance, advertising and sales promotion or banking. All these are the comes under the aids to trade. So business includes trade and aids to trade. All the scope of activities will be included. That is also very important in the business. Next, move on to the next point, that is economic institution. Here, business is an economic institution. All business activities are guided by a desire to earn a profit. Business houses undertake market research in order to forecast market demand and accordingly adjust supply of goods and services with the main objective of generating profit and creating wealth. In this sense, a business unit is an economic institution. So always a business is an economic institution. All business activities are guided by the desire to earn profit. Business houses undertake a market research in order to forecast the market demand, is known as an economic institution. So here the business unit is an economic institution. Next, move on to the next point, that is a social institution. Due to social institution means due to rapidly changing socio-economic environment, the concept of social responsibilities of business has gained immense importance. Due to rapid changing of socio-economic environment, the concept of social responsibilities of a business has gained immense importance. So business cannot ignore social needs, as it is a part of a society in the sense that it carried on by the people, through the people and for the people. So here consumers are at the society at large. So the social institution is rapidly changing. So this is also, social institution is also one of the important characteristic of a business. And next move on to the next point, that is ethical and lawful. Ethical and lawful means the purpose of business must be ethical and should be recognized by law. It should not violate the basic norms of fundamental principles. Governing the social life of people in the country. For example, smuggling is unlawful and therefore cannot be considered as a business. Similarly, selling beef, or beef based products is not considered ethical in India. Smuggling is unlawful and therefore cannot be considered as a business. Similarly, selling a beef or beef based product is not considered as ethical in India. So here always the business should be ethical and lawful. When we are doing any business, we should see that we have to follow the rules of ethics, and lawful consideration is very, very important. Next, move on to the next point, that is risk and uncertainty. Risk and uncertainty means in the business involves high degree of risk and uncertainties. Without risk there is no business. We cannot see that every business will have only the profit for a till lifetime. No, a business involves profits as well as risks as well as losses also will be there. So here business risk and uncertainty is nothing but business involves high degree of risks and uncertainties. Profit is the reward for bearing risks and uncertainties in business. Risks due to fire, theft, proliferate, etc., or insurable risks. However, uncertainties such as fluctuations in price level, changes in fashion, changes in the government policy or government itself, etc., cannot be insured. So, here uncertainties such as fluctuations in the price level, changes in fashion, changes in government policy, unexpectedly something will be happen, will be called as uncertain, cannot be expected but suddenly came into the existence is known as uncertainty. So, risk and uncertainty involves the business. So, profit is the reward for bearing a risk and uncertainties in the business. Risk is due to many, just now I said risk is many due to fire, theft, anything it may be. So, we should be ready for that every risk. A business should be ready to accept that particular risk and uncertainties. Next, move on to the creative and dynamic. Business houses are surrounded by a large number of complex exogenous factors such as social, economic, technological, regulatory, and environmental. These factors keep on changing and business units have to adjust accordingly. Hence, business units are expected to be creative and dynamic in order to adapt to the changing business environment. Creative and dynamic means business houses are surrounded by a large number of complex exogenous factors such as the social, economic and technological, regulatory and environmental. So here the factors keep on changing, the business unit have to adjust accordingly. Here business units are expected to be creative and dynamic in order to changes in the changing business environment is known as creative and dynamic. Move on to the next point, that is global business. Globalization has become a subject of very serious discussion in the national economic policies and corporate sector. Globalization implies greater integration of the nation's economy with the world economy. This can be achieved through liberalization of rules and regulations and creating favorable business environment for global businesses. So here globalization has become very serious discussion in the national economic policies and corporate sector. So these are all the characteristics of a business, that is transfer of ownership, profit motive, continuous and recurring, scope of activities, economic institution, social institutions, ethical and lawful, risk and uncertainty, creative and dynamic, global business. All these are the characteristics of a business. Let us move on to the functions of business. In order to achieve its objectives, a business enterprise performs several functions which may be broadly categorized as production, marketing, finance and personal functions. All these functions are independent, interdependent and interrelated. For instance, production department depends upon the marketing department to sell its output, and marketing department depends upon production department for the products for required quality and high quantity to satisfy its consumers. Thus, there must be a proper integration of various functional areas of business to achieve its objectives. Here, these can be achieved by the management of the enterprise, by effective planning, organization, direction, and control. In big business organizations, there are separate departments to look after these functional areas. So, what are the business functions? We'll see now. Production function, purchase function, marketing function, financial function, personal function, legal function, research and development function, promotional function. All these are the functions of a business. Here, the important functions of a business have been briefly discussed below. So here, first one is the production function. Production refers to the transformation of raw materials into finished goods with the help of inputs such as manpower, machinery, capital, information, and energy. The production department is entrusted with the activities such as production planning and control, maintaining plant and machinery, quality control, procuring raw materials and stores, and inventory control. So here production refers to the transformation of raw materials into finished goods with the help of inputs such as manpower, machinery, capital, information, and energy. The production department is entrusted with the activities such as production planning and control, maintaining plant and machinery, quality control, procuring raw materials and stores, inventory control. All this will come under the production function. And move on to the next one is purchase function. Traditionally, purchase was considered to be a part of production function. However, big organizations have separate department for undertaking purchase activities. Big organizations have a separate department for undertaking purchase activities. The purchase department is entrusted with such activities as inviting tenders, locating the sources of supply, placing order for right quantity at right time, maintaining proper flow of inventories, maintaining proper record of inventories, and importing raw materials, machines, and equipments. Purchase function is nothing but traditionally purchase was considered to be a part of production function. However, big organizations have separate departments for undertaking purchase activities. That is locating the sources of supply, placing order for right quantity at right time, maintaining proper flow of inventory. So all this will come under the purchase function. So traditionally purchase was considered to be a part of production function, is known as purchase function. Let us move on to the next point is marketing function. Marketing refers to the distribution of goods and services produced by the production department with the help of market intermediaries and distribution network. Marketing refers to the distribution of goods and services produced by the production department with the help of market intermediaries and distribution network. The marketing department is entrusted with the activities such as undertaking marketing research, product pricing, packing, proper distribution and transportation, product positioning and adaptations, and product promotions. All this will be referring the marketing. So distribution of goods and services produced by the production department with the help of marketing intermediaries, that is through distribution network, is known as marketing functions. So in the marketing functions, it is mainly the activities involved in the marketing is product pricing, packing, distribution, transportation, product promotion, product positioning. All this will be included in the marketing functions. Let us move on to the next point, that is finance function. Finance function refers to the procurement of finance and its judicious application for maximization of returns. The finance department is entrusted with the activities such as determining the total capital requirement, determining a various sources of finance, arrangement of fixed and working capital, ensuring optimum use of financial resources, and maintaining an adequate cash flows. Now move on to the personal function. Personal function refers to the recruitment of right person for the right job at the right time. Once again I am repeating. Personal function refers to the recruitment of right person for the right job at the right time. The personal department is concerned with human resource planning and development and recruitment and selection, placement and induction, training and development, career development, framing promotion and transfer policies, undertaking motivational programs. All these points will come under the personal function. Next, move on to the public relation function. Modern business houses are becoming more of consumer oriented. The public relation department is concerned with creating a favorable impression of the business organization on the government agencies, employees, suppliers, shareholders, consumers, It also organizes publicity campaigns to enhance the image and goodwill of business in the society. It is known as public relation function. So here the modern business houses are becoming more consumer oriented. The public relation department is concerned with creating a favorable impression of the business organization on the government agencies, employees, suppliers, shareholders, environmentalists and others, which may include present and potential customers. It also organizes publicity campaigns to enhance the image and goodwill of business in the society. It is known as public relation function. Now move on to the legal function. Some business houses have a separate legal department in order to advise business on legal issues. The legal department ensures that business units comply with various rules and regulations framed by the local, state and central government from time to time. It also advises the management in the case of disputes with the customers, suppliers, competitors, workers, and even government over various commercial issues. So, legal function means some big business houses have a separate legal department in order to advise business on legal issues. The legal department ensures that the business unit comply with various rules and regulations framed by the local, state and central governments from time to time. Next, move on to the research and development function. Research and development is an important activity in the modern competitive business world. Research and development has become so significant that many industrial houses have established a separate research and development department. It is necessary for automation, modernization, and replacement of old and outdated methods and machines. Research and development consists of experts from various areas whose primary job is to experiment new methods and process. So here research and development is important activity in the modern competitive business. It is very important that industrial houses also separate, even some industries are establishing a separate research and development departments. So if anything, if we want to modernize in automation or modernization or replacement of old and outdated, for all that particular things, research and development plays very important role. So here in this research and development consists of experts from various areas whose primary job is experiment new methods and process in the research and development function. So this is a very important function in the business. Due to that research and development, only new techniques, new modernization, creativity, outdated techniques will go and new techniques will come into the market. Next, move on to the advertising and sales promotion function. Although advertising and sales promotion are the part of marketing functions, but they have assumed a great importance in the wake of increasing competition. So through advertisement and sales promotions, the importance of business will increase, and the competition also increases. Goods always will not sell on its own. So we have to show the goods to all the public at a time, means we require some advertisements. We cannot go to door, and we cannot introduce a new products in every door. Knocking the door and telling is impossible. Means it is a slow, the sales will increase. But due to the advertisement is one of the greatest important for increasing the competition. Goods will not sell on its own. It is necessary for a marketer to create a distinct image of the product in the minds of the customers, to attract the customers by through advertisements, through sales promotions, and strengthen its customer base. So advertisement department consists of artists, copywriters, designers, etc. will be giving a different ways to understand the product in the market. Even uneducated also, by seeing the visual images, they can understand the product benefits, and by showing some pictures, due to that also the sales will increase. So here advertising and sales promotion plays very important role. To increase the competition, goods will not only sell in its own. It is necessary for a marketer to create a distinct image of a product in the minds of the customers, and to attract the customers and strengthen its customer base. Advertisements plays very important role. So these are the different functions of a business. So in order to achieve its objective, business enterprise performs several functions which may broadly categorized into production function, marketing function, financial function, personal function. All these are interdependent and interrelated. Due to these functions only we can do the business. Let us see from starting. What are the characteristics? What is the definition? So today's topic is characteristics and functions of business. As business is nothing but exchange of goods and services. To earn profit is known as business. And what are the characteristics of a business? Transfer of ownership, profit motive, continuous and recurring scope of activities, economic institution, social institution, ethical and lawful. Always the business should be. A risk and uncertainty is one of the important characteristic of business. Creativity and dynamic, global business. All these are the characteristics of a business. And also we have discussed about the functions of business, that is production function, purchase function, marketing function, finance function, personal function, public relation function, legal function, research and development function, advertisement and sales promotion functions. So all these are the functions and characteristics of a business. So without the characters, without the functions of business, the business cannot sustain and the business cannot earn a profit. To earn a profit, to do the business, all these characteristics and all these functions plays a very important role. So the complete concept of a business we have discussed today about the concepts of business. So in the business involves production, exchange of goods and services, and promotion, welfare of the workers, and general public business activities. Includes production, distribution of goods and services which can satisfy the human wants. All these will be come under the concepts of business, characteristics of business, and the functions of business. So business is the institution organized and operated to provide goods and services to the society under the incentive of private gain is known as a business. Thank you.